An Analysis of Bad Feminist by Ali Trainer and Maddie Sponsiller.
Bad Feminist, written by Roxane Gay, is a series of essays describing many of her life experiences, how popular culture can have both positive and negative effects on feminism, and how there are ways in which feminists can lead their lives as better feminists based on her observations of the world.
Bad Feminist appealed to Maddie and I because we're both very invested in gaining equal rights for all women. Simply based on the title, we thought that it might be a good opportunity for us to learn ways in which we can become better feminists based on things that Gay might consider actions of a bad feminist.
I was surprised how personal the story was. I had expected it to be a rant of Gay's feminist views, however, she told many stories from her life that didn't even really connect to feminism, such as when she described why she loves Scrabble so much that she doesn't care if she loses on page 34.
I definitely found myself thinking about the book, even when I wasn't reading it, because the author opened up my eyes to perspectives that I hadn't thought of before, like how the movie Bridesmaids could not afford to fail, because it had the chance to prove that, yes, indeed, women are funny, as opposed to some sexist views that may say the opposite. Gay's comments on the importance of Bridesmaids led me to rewatch the movie, laugh my butt off, and understand the feminist messages of the movie in a new light.
Bad Feminist made me pay more attention to the songs I listen to. She writes that songs by Kanye West often display how Kanye's disdain for women overwhelms nearly every track, and songs by Robin Thicke say women and their bodies are beautiful, men are always gonna want to follow them around. Gay's analysis of these artists allowed me to realize that some of the songs I listen to are not positive for me as a feminist because the artists often treat women as objects. Roxane Gay's writing style helps her ability to communicate her opinions to the reader. She uses many anecdotes in order to support her arguments about feminism. For example, she writes about her first year of being a college professor and how she refused to let her want to choose a man over a career prevent her from pursuing her dream of being a professor. Although Gay was afraid of loneliness and failure, she knew that all her hard work at college could not go to waste. So on her first day teaching class, she brings Legos for the students because she wants them to like her and is just so full of want, and even though she had struggles figuring out the correct teaching style, she followed her dreams and didn't let fears or any man slow her down. Gay also uses references to popular culture in order to make her claims more relatable to us as readers. One reference she makes is the television shows such as The Bachelor and Sister Wives, which she writes, have developed a very successful formula for reducing women to an awkward series of low self-esteem. The mention of the degrading position of women on shows that I have myself have watched makes this issue more relevant to my generation and allows me to understand how I should avoid living my life in a manner that society wants me to and just live how I want.
Bad Feminist has continuously reminded me of the Shatter Me series. The novels follow the journey of Juliet Ferrars, a teenage girl who has a special power that allows her to steal the energy from individuals. She goes through many challenges, such as captivity, and eventually learns to accept herself for who she is, finally finding her voice. This reminds me of when Gay writes that she always attempts to bring her characters back to a state resembling happiness at the end of her books, even though they may have had to learn how to get there the hard way. This is the same lesson that Juliet had to learn as she developed into a stronger and more confident character. Gay relates all of this back to feminism because she seems to pride herself in writing about fierce women who do not compromise themselves for something as fleeting as fame, just as Juliet ended up knowing that she shouldn't act a certain way just to make others comfortable around her. Gay encourages women throughout the book to be themselves, and this was the same idea that Juliet accepts later in the series as she leads soldiers in a revolt against an oppressive government, stating, "I am Juliet Ferrars, and I will lead this nation. I challenge anyone who would stand against me." The future is feminist. Thanks for watching.